hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I am Susan, your hostess. This is the final phase, or phase 3, of my strawberry vinegar making. Homemade strawberry vinegar with the mother. It's got lots of probiotics and all kinds of goodness in there. And we're going to check the pH on it today, along with transferring it to some clean jars, hopefully, without destroying the mother. This is also part of Frugal Living Challenge 25, hosted by me, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. It's a year-long collaboration that you can jump on board at any time. Put out your video, use the hashtag, tag me, use the official playlist in your description box, and I will get it into my playlist when I find it. Make sure you're using the correct information. And this is part of intentional living, because we're using up things that we already have. This is made with scrap strawberry tops, and it's been several weeks since we started this process. Let's get in the kitchen and check it out. So this has a very healthy mother on top, as you can see. And I've been taking this every day or every 2 days and just swirling a little bit to move that mother away from the walls of my jar. I'm going to grab my spoon, a pH strip. We're going to do both of these, by the way. We're going to check the pH on both of these. So I'm going to pull out 2 pH strips. Now these are the pH 1 through 14 indicators. These are made by Palica, and you get a lot of strips when you order these off Amazon. I'm not affiliated with these products, by the way. And then I'm going to use some MedLab P strips for pH. And the reason I use these is I get like 4.5 and so forth and so on. So we're going to take these strips out, and I'm just going to show you the end of them. And we're going to get those laid out as well. Let me get my other cover off of my jar. These have been loosely covered with an old t-shirt that is clean and a band for my canning. I do have these in half-gallon jars. So I'm going to take a little bit of vinegar out of the first jar and drop it on this strip, and then I'm going to drop it on the furthest away from the camera over here, and then I'm going to show you these strips. I'm going to go in again, just a little bit of vinegar, to test these strips. Putting this in my sink because I don't want that vinegar to touch my granite counter if I can help it. So I'm going to start with the pea strips. It is between a 4.5 and a 5, I do believe. So that is a very good indicator that my vinegar is ready. Now we're going to check the second strip. And it is very close, between a 4.5 and a 5. So those are very, very good indicators that my vinegar is ready for me to seal up until I'm ready to use it. I'm going to pour some of that vinegar off my plate, because we are now going to compare our strip to our chart, and it is at a 4. The color is at the 4. If I can get it beside you. And the second one is also at a 4. So we know that this is probably 4 to 4.5 on the pH scale, which is a very good indicator that my vinegar is ready to use. And because I don't want my plate to stain, I'm going to go ahead and rinse that off and get it out of the way. Because I have transferred the vinegars, I've pulled out 3 teaspoons. And we're going to taste each jar. Just a little taste. It still maintained a lot of that strawberry flavor. You can taste a little bit of the vinegar in it now. Get rid of my funnel. I don't need that any longer. The two mixed together is quite potent, by the way. But this is very, very healthy for me. It's got a little bit of a bite, but it is very, very good. I've already labeled my lids, so I'm going to go ahead and attach my lids to my canning jars. I prefer the plastic one-piece lids, but because I don't have any available right now, I'm using a 2-piece lid. And you want to use a used flat that doesn't have any rust or anything on it, because this contains vinegar and it will rust metal over time. So it's just basically getting that lid on there tight. And when I get some more or get some free plastic lids, I'll exchange those out on these for my long-term storage. So there it is with the mother. There is the first jar with the mother. And this is the jar that has the mother sitting on the bottom right now. That will rise over time. So in phase 1, we used 1/4 cup of sugar to 1/4 water. We added our scrap caps, 1 part scrap caps to 2 parts liquid in my jars, and we put a piece of old t-shirt, or you can use cheesecloth over that. And so that kept any gnats or anything from getting in there, but it was getting air into the jars that created a natural yeast that helps to produce the mother. We stirred it daily, and I kept it in a dark place. After a week, I strained it and added 2 caps of apple cider vinegar with the mother. And then I again covered it with a cloth, and I let it sit for 2 weeks, and swirling it every few days until the mother formed. And then I do phase 3, which is today. After 2 to 3 weeks more, I have a nice finished vinegar that I can use for cleaning. I can use for salads and salad dressings and so many other things. I could actually take a tablespoon of this out and add it to a glass of water and drink it daily. Just a wonderful, wonderful way to get those probiotics into your system and to correct your pH, because most of us are acidic and you want your pH to be corrected. When you have a correct pH in your body, you're less likely to get sick. So when the vinegar smells and tastes like vinegar, it is ready. And of course, I tested mine with the test strips, and I got between a 4 and a 4.5, which is perfect for a homemade vinegar. As this vinegar sits on my pantry shelf in a dark room, dark, cool room, it will continue to age, and you'll continue to see that mother grow inside that jar. You may want to go every few weeks or so at first and burp those jars just to make sure there's no gases building up in the jars with the lids on them. It will build a complex flavor over time, and vinegars last indefinitely if they're stored properly. This recipe that I used came from hippiegirlshome.com, And I think I began this on March 10th. So we're a little over or right at a month into the process. So this was done within a month's time in my home. It will differ from area to area. You want your vinegars to be between 60 and 75 degrees, you know, the temperatures, outside temperatures. If you go any lower than that, it's going to take longer for it to form. If you goes any higher than that, you might end up with spoilage. Those are my tips. Thank you, my friends, for watching, and may you be fully blessed. Get your vinegar on.